when we saw the concept of One Guyana, it got us really excited. And of course, we do travel here very often, at least twice a year. And we saw the rapid growth and development that's happening. And we thought, how could we be part of this?
Welcome to this week's episode of Diaspora Highlights. As usual, it comes to you with the best wishes of the Diaspora Unit, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Guyana. This week, we are putting the spotlight on two beautiful individuals, Canadian-based Guyanese, Christopher and Hess DaSilva. What you need to know about the Timehri Sands Golf Course and the Country Club. Here is what they have to say.
When we saw the concept of One Guyana, it got us really excited. And of course, we do travel here very often, at least twice a year. And we saw the rapid growth and development that's happening. And we thought, how could we be part of this? Because we know we're on our way back. This is where we want to be. And because what we're going to do is part of our family right now, because my husband and sons and my daughter love this. We're actually opening a 9-hole golf course in Guyana. It's going to be called Timehri Sands Golf and Country Club. It's located right adjacent to the race track. That's by the international airport. And it's going to be an experience for golfers all over the world to come and experience. The setting is going to be perfect. It's going to be built by a Canadian firm who are really excited to come down here to get this started. And it's going to be a 9-hole. It's going to have for the newcomers, there's going to be training facilities, there's going to be everything. It's going to be just a whole new golf experience for the Guyanese public. We're hoping to get all the locals very involved, because golf, there's an awareness of golf now in Guyana. I've been talking to quite a lot of people. It's actually been introduced in schools, which is great. So I think there's a lot to get excited for, because this is going to be new, and we're going to have a restaurant there, a pro shop. We're gonna eventually have like little log cabins where people can come and spend the weekend. People are traveling, and they have a few extra hours. They'll be able to come to the golf course on their way out or in. So yeah, it's gonna be a really, really good experience. I mean, our plan is to also have a huge banquet hall. So then for weddings and all the anniversaries and birthdays, any event you have, of course, for picture moments and IG moment, that's going to be the place.
My name is Christopher DaSilva, and I am obviously Guyanese. Migrated to Canada about 30 years ago, and always had the intentions of coming back to Guyana to retire and to obviously do business. Because I was growing up in a business family. My father had a business in Guyana, as long as I know. My business background in Guyana, my father was back in the 70s and 80s, was pretty popular in the entrepreneurship business. He pioneered the first second-hand store in Guyana. It was called CJ's. People who were growing up in the 70s and 80s would recognize the name. So he had started a second-hand business, and he had grown into a family name business. And then I took over for a small part before I migrated. And so my aim was always having to come back to Guyana, because Guyana is always home. This is where all of my business sense and knowledge is from here. So coming back here to continue, I would say, my business adventures was the only way for me.
So I'm Hess. I was actually born in Essequibo, born bred Guyanese, migrated with my husband. We grew up 4 kids who really, that was a drive to educate them as much as we could. So that's why I moved to Canada. And as my husband said, coming back here was our ultimate goal. So the project we are in is just not for, it's a personal it's a personal project in terms of a passion project that my husband has in mind. That's something he enjoys. So we're on our way back to get that over to the Guyanese people and have everyone be part of it. My eldest, his name is Hess DaSilva, and he's a graduate of University of Waterloo. He's now in a great position at CIBC, Bank in Canada in the capital markets. He's actually our PR guide for this project. He has done a lot of work with us from beginning to end. So our second child is Hess DaSilva, and she's a graduate from York University, and she's our big HR and marketing. That's her degree, so that's her expertise. So she'll be doing all the marketing, and she'll work on all the partnerships with the hotels that's in close proximity at the airport, where we're going to have partnerships with them for people staying there and wanting to play a game of golf. So yeah, she's our marketing and HR person. Our third child is Hess DaSilva. She's a graduate of Ryerson, and she's a civil engineer. So she has been here on a few trips with us when we were viewing the land and stuff like that. So she works along with the builders in Canada when they need the information and all the mappings and stuff like that. Prior to the signing of this lease, we did a lot of that to make sure that the land was what we wanted and was going to be perfect for the golf course. Our last child is Aaron. He's still in school, and he's our math guy. So he gives us the numbers, and he tells us, what we have, what we don't have, what we can do, what we can't do. He's always great at doing all the research for us in every aspect, whether where are we going to get the grass from, or machinery, what are we doing? So he's the guy for that and for the numbers. So our team is great, and because it's our kids, and because this is going to be their project too, because this is going to be for them. That's why I think it worked so well, and it's gonna be a great project. Actually, when we started thinking of this, we consulted a firm called Jason Miller Group. Jason heads this company, and they are going to build this golf course. So they're called Jason Miller and Company, and he is so excited to be in Guyana. Actually, every time I have a meeting with him, he tells me stuff of Guyana I don't even know, because he's been doing so much research. So he just can't wait for his first visit, which will be pretty soon as we get started. So Jason Miller, as I said, he is going to be the one building this beautiful course right here. We're going to start major work at the end of January, February. If you look at all over the world, golfing is a big part of business community. I mean, there's so much business deals that are actually done on a golf course. And with what is happening in Guyana right now and all the development, I can see where the golf course can be a place where, lots of deals can be going down on the golf course. Also for different things like people's personal leisure. It's gonna be, other than business, for the local people. It's a new sport. It's just introduced here, and I see the interest. And I think Guyanese on the whole will benefit a lot from being exposed to an international standard golf course and seeing, what golfing is all about and what it comes with. So there is going to be a little bit of a training facility, putting green, stuff like that. We have actually family and friends who are waiting to be here to kind of coach and train. Also, we're going to have professionals who are going to be, and actually they are professionals in Guyana, like golf players who play tournaments, who are already on board with us, who's going to be part of our golf club in terms of the training. So let's say, for instance, you're looking at television, you're looking at a golf game, you're like, I want to play this. You come there and we can coach you through from starting to end, starting classes or showing you a few things, or even on the first day, giving you that little experience of what this is all about.
The Timehri Sands Golf Course and the Country Club will soon come to our beautiful Native Cooperative Land Guyana, and this is the brainchild of Christopher and Hess DaSilva, Canadian-based Guyanese. Today we saw the signing and the handing over of the lease by the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission. This has been Diaspora Highlights. Join us next Wednesday for another episode. So long.